Recently, I made a breakfast that you can eat every single day, and then I just did a lunch that you can eat every single day. High protein, very satiating, easy meal preps that just work for most people. Today, I want to do a dessert, sweet potato brownies. These are going to be a higher protein, kind of a very even level macro brownie. So it's gonna be a brownie that you don't have to feel bad about eating, and it's gonna be really good, really good. And it's actually pretty simple. There is a few ingredients, probably more than normal, because we're not gonna be using the normal go-to things to make this low calorie, but let's get going. First thing that we need to do is I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I know some people have some microwave issues, but I don't. If you don't wanna use a microwave, you can roast the sweet potato, but microwaving is just gonna be quick. I also almost always cook my sweet potatoes in the microwave using this little popcorn cooker thing. This thing's a few bucks on Amazon. I'll link it. It's amazing. It speeds up the microwave by kind of like trapping it and steaming everything in. I love this little thing. I know people are gonna be like toxic and poison and blah, I'm gonna die, but I'm probably not. But I mean, we'll see, who knows? All the people that are screaming toxic are gonna, they're gonna just, the day I die, they're gonna be like, yeah, told him he was gonna die from the toxics. Okay, what's the potato sensor cook with 1? New microwave. You guys like this? Our old microwave died, so Monica and I put that in. That's why the lights underneath are a little screwed up. I gotta get some new lights. Okay, while we are doing that, we can add our wet ingredients to a food processor. Now, I also wanted super firm tofu. I couldn't find it in stock anywhere, so it was a little frustrating because with super firm tofu, we would have ended up with a lot more protein, which is what I was looking for. Now, I am going to drain this. I am gonna squeeze a little bit. I'm gonna press it. I know in the last video when I pressed the tofu, people were like, don't press your tofu. And thank you, that means you've watched me for a while. What I meant in that video was just don't press it in general. Like, you don't need to press it for every recipe. But for recipes where the water matters, where the liquid amount matters, like brownies, we're gonna press it. And I'm just pressing it right in the container. I need around 250 grams of this tofu. Now we're gonna add 75 grams of allulose. This is a 0-calorie sweetener. It's like a sugar fiber, but it's also how we get the macros so incredible on this. Now you can use any 0-calorie sweetener. Monk fruit allulose blend would be pretty good. I'm gonna do 10 grams of vanilla extract. I hope the microwave in the background is not super distracting. I'm gonna do 6 grams of espresso powder. That's gonna really bring out a lot of the flavor. It's very necessary for the flavor, and plus there's some protective elements in espresso powder. Caffeine is generally pretty good for you. It's good for recovery. About 6 grams of salt. There's our potato. It's gonna be steamy. Steamy, steamy, steamy. Fairly soft, yeah. So for the potato, we're just gonna take the flesh on the inside, gonna weigh it out, mash it, and then we'll add it to our food processor.
But first, today's sponsor, Bombas Sport.
After I changed my life and started focusing on health, I started to realize how much I loved running, how much I loved being in shape, going to the gym. I loved it so much I'm currently training for my 3rd marathon. So that all involves a lot of time on feet. And regardless of whatever sport you're in, I hear everyone talking about their shoes. But the layer actually touching your foot is doing just as much work. Cushioning, airflow, stability, and sweat management, your socks. Good socks elevate good shoes and bad socks ruin them. And after 13 years of making world-class socks, Bombas built Bombas Sport to deliver sport-specific socks that matches your effort, miles, and commitment. They have running socks for cushioning exactly where runners need it, hiking socks for grip and sweat management, gym socks built for stability and movement. They have ski and snow socks, golf socks, and compression socks for recovery and support. Bombas makes socks engineered for your sport because your sport deserves more than a basic pair. I ran over 1,500 miles last year, and I wouldn't have believed that socks would have made such a huge difference. And now I can't imagine running or going to the gym in anything else. So gang, new customers get 20% off pro-level socks. Just go to bombas.com/SauceStache and use code SauceStache at checkout. Bombas, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for changing the way I feel about socks. Literally. Ooh, we actually evaporated out a lot of liquid out of that, more than I thought. I might have to cook another sweet potato. So right now I have 225 grams, so I am very shy. I'm gonna roll with it, and I know my texture might be different than yours. When I originally tested this, it worked out perfect to 300 grams. 75 grams of sweet potato. I wonder if I can add, I'm gonna add another 25 grams of tofu to make up the difference. We'll see what happens. It's gonna change the macros a little bit. Really evaporated off some water here. That is crazy. Okay, let's toss this in. Let's add those extra 25 grams of tofu. So before I start to pulse this, I'm gonna get my dry ingredients ready. I know any normal, sane person would be thinking, how the heck is this a brownie? So for the dry ingredients, we need 60 grams of cocoa powder, which is probably closer to 6 or 7 tablespoons of cocoa powder. It's quite a bit. Now the big star of the show is soy protein isolate. We're gonna be using 115 grams of this. This is a majority of the protein, but it's also part of like the flour, it's the binding ingredients, it's the thing that turns it into the texture of a brownie. You can use other proteins, they all react very differently. Now, tapioca starch is going to kind of bring it together. We also have some starches from the potato, but you do need some more starches. 22 grams to be specific, which is a little less than 2 tablespoons. Then 4 grams of baking powder. I definitely did not put this into a big enough bowl. It's okay, I'm gonna pour this into a bigger bowl, mix it, and then we'll start processing. What a way to use more dishes. Now, because of the way that soy protein isolate hydrates up, one of the things that I wanna do is I'm gonna have some hot water ready. Let's process this up. Last time I did about 65 grams of hot water, so let me get that ready. I weigh everything when I'm trying to get macros because it definitely makes it easier to get very precise macros. Let's pulse this together. I'm gonna add in my hot water now. Okay, love that. That's perfect. It's like a potato. Yeah, exactly what I'm looking for. Now at this point, I'm just gonna fold this mixture into the dry mixture. It's gonna be kind of dense. Hopefully, we'll see how this comes out. Might have to add a little bit more water just because of that potato was a little lighter than what we wanted. I tested this with the appropriate amounts with the potato and everything. And it's just, gosh, I hate wasting, so I didn't want to make a whole other potato for just a quarter of it. It's not like I was gonna have it today. We might actually be pushing into a protein bar territory with the denseness, but we'll see. Hopefully not. Soy protein isolate is it's tough to work with because it really just soaks up. It is a hard protein to hydrate. That's okay, I should have just went ahead and made the extra sweet potato. That's what you get for changing things. I'm gonna add 20 grams of dark chocolate chips, 25 grams. Not very many of them. These are 65% organic. These are vegan. Nothing crazy about them. Mix these in, kind of fold them in. Oh, perfect. Crazy batter right there. So at this point, I have an 8x8. I believe this is an 8x8. I'm gonna throw some parchment paper on the bottom. I have my oven preheated for 350 degrees. We are going to bake these about 25 minutes. So these are done. These look amazing. We're just gonna slice them up 9 squares. Now the thing about these brownies is they are dense. They're very dense. You could see there's your dense, but that's okay. These brownies come in at 139 calories, 15 grams of protein, 3.8 grams of fat, and 11 carbs. Compare that to a regular brownie at around 230 calories, maybe 3 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 36 grams of carbs. These things are monsters. They sat overnight, which really, like I said, definitely changes the way these will come out. I'm gonna toss them in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then we'll see what Monica has to say. Perfect, perfect. Baby?
It looks delicious. This is a potato.
It's a brownie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, probably needs to be a little sweeter.
It has the consistency of a brownie. It tastes like a brownie. It tastes like a healthy brownie.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like a healthy brownie.
If it was a little sweeter, it would taste like a normal brownie, but it tastes like a healthy brownie, and I like healthy, so it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out like the actual consistency is awesome. Like, I love the consistency. I did probably need to add more sugar. I don't know why this version came out a little bit different than my test version. The test version had more sweet potato I don't think that's going to change the sweetness as much. When you're making the batter, you can give it a little taste. There's nothing in here that you can't eat raw.
Are there chocolate chips in here? Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, maybe some more chocolate chips.
Yeah, more chocolate chips. That would up the calories, but
Oh, be healthy.
no, that's okay. But like, if you wanted to keep the calories low, more of that sweetener, monk fruit sweetener or allulose, that's going to make the biggest difference. But man, when you get a bite of the chocolate chip, it's actually really good.
It's like a treat.
Yeah, it's like a little,
It's worth it.
These are phenomenal macros, really, for like a brownie.
I obviously can't stop eating it, so I like it, even though it tastes like a healthy brownie.
I'm actually kind of loving it.
Yeah, it's good.
That was just a quick taste test. I ran 18 miles this morning, so I am exhausted. I'm going to finish this video and release it in a few minutes. So that's it. This is
Yowza.
Yeah, this is the brownie you can eat every day. I am just so tired.
I keep getting my hair in my mouth.
I know. It's okay. Yeah.
All right.
Whew.
Time for a nap.
Yeah. Not for that. Let's get this video out. Hope you guys like this one.
Funny.
I mean, I'm so tired. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34.